Hey guys, it's me again. I've been doing some thinking, and I know that's scary, but just bear with me here, okay? I'm doing some thinking, and I decided to go ahead and have a review of my first aid kit. Now, this is the box that I'm using. It's not the one. I've taken a lot of stuff out of here and used my own stuff. But this is just a box that I keep because, man, it's simple. It's easy to use. It's yellow. You can see it. You know what it is. There's no mistaking. Hey, grab me that yellow box. Bam! It says outdoor first aid kit on it. It's a first aid kit. You know what it is. So this may have to be a two-parter. We'll just see how long time is and make our thing from there. So anyway, it is hard plastic. Let me tilt this down. It is hard plastic. The thing I like about it, it does have a seal around the edge to keep it waterproof. What I'm going to do is make this really, really simple. I'm just going to go ahead and pull everything out, and as I put things back in, we'll talk about them, because that'll make things go a whole lot faster. Okay, let's get started. Alright, first two things going into the kit. A pair of extremely sharp scissors. Okay, now they do have the blunt nose on one end and the sharp side on the other end. That way, if you have to, you can run them underneath the shirt or something like that. A pair of tweezers. These can be sterilized if need be. They are not right now. They're really good for pulling out like blisters or something like that. But if I have to, I can sterilize them. So those go in here. Next thing we have a pair of latex gloves. Now, in this package, they're sterile. If I were to take them out and use them, obviously they wouldn't be, but right now they are. Next thing I just have this box that I got, adhesive bandages, but I found this works really, really great for just simple application of Band-Aids. Put your Band-Aids in it, keeps them from flying all over in the bottom of the pack. It's really, really cool. And, once you know you're kind of running out of them a little bit, you can just shove more in there. And hey, I've always got Band-Aids in there. So that's something that's definitely a plus to have, is Band-Aids. Now, I do keep matches in my first aid kit. Now, y'all are going to be like, what the heck do you have matches in there for? Well, remember, sterilization, heat, plus metal, sterilization. Enough said. Again, polysporin, in my opinion, one of the best first aid creams, ointments, that sort of thing that you can use. Help fight off infection. Basically, saline solution. If you get something in your eye, can also be used in a pinch to wash out a wound with. So that goes in here. Next thing I have, naproxen sodium, ibuprofen, and yes, I know I've got them in here. Nobody likes them, but hey, they work. BC powders, basically an aspirin. Again, you could take the aspirin and the ibuprofen separate of each other, so you don't stress your kidneys out and your liver out. You kind of mix the two of them so you can do both. Anyway, that's enough about that. If you want to see more information about that, there's a lot of other people out there that have a lot better information than me on it. Next thing we have are iodine and alcohol prep pads. My feelings are kind of mixed about the iodine versus the alcohol. Like I said, I'm really mixed on the situation. whichever one I grab first, that's the one I grab, that's the one I use. That's all there is to that. Next, this is just a plastic bag that I have. There's so much that you can use a plastic bag for. But what I've done is I've actually cut out instructions for different things. As far as, like the iodine solution or splints or something like that. And I've actually wrapped them up in this plastic so I can read them if I have to. So that goes in there next. Next thing, cough drops. Because, you get a sore throat, that sort of thing. You've got them, you can just pull them out. And you can actually just keep these in your pack if you have to. You're kind of separate from everything else. So those definitely go in there. Cotton swabs. I just got this little bag. These are the original ones that came in it. And do I really need to explain what you use cotton swabs for? Tongue depressors or splints. Man, these things make great splints. If you jam a finger, break a toe, sort of thing, man, these things are awesome to use as splints. Just break them off in the sides. I've actually got some of them already broken right here. And yes, these are holiday bags, okay? Don't have to go out and spend lots of money to get expensive Ziploc bags when this will work. And I keep all this stuff dry, too. If it does take a tumble and the, for whatever reason, the O-ring no longer works. Chapstick. Enough said about that. Keeps your lips moist and can also help with a sunburn. Soap. God forbid I ever have to, but if I got to do stitches or sutures or something like that, washing my hands first. Goes in there. Some more of this stuff. Got a bunch of iodine in here. A bunch of alcohol prep pads. Much more iodine. You can never have too much of this stuff to clean wounds and that sort of thing with. So, and I really got to book it because I'm out of time. We'll save that for later. And here I've got a bunch of different medications. Electrolyte tablets, back relief, pain, antiseptic creams, just various creams and ointments and that sort of thing. Nothing really fancy going on there. Again, here I have a Band-Aid package. You can see all the Band-Aids I've got, because everybody uses Band-Aids. Different offset bandages, small little adhesive sterile strips, and the full-on Band-Aids. You got some of the bigger Band-Aids in here, the hand-sized Band-Aids and that sort of thing. So that goes in there. Knuckle bandages and gauze. You can cut this gauze to any size you need, and it's great for covering a burn where you don't necessarily want it to peel skin off, but you still need to keep it covered. Or if you need, a little bit more blood sucking power, I guess you could say, you can use that kind of as an intermittent barrier between them. This right here, this is a drink mix. I've got some iced tea mix in here, got some salt, got some sugar. If someone is having a if they're in a diabetic coma, and you give them insulin, okay, you will kill them. But if they're in a diabetic coma and you give them sugar, you've raised their blood sugar up. But if it's not the diabetic coma, if it's the other one, I forget exactly what it's called. If their blood sugar is too low, and you give them the sugar, you'll bring them out of it. So it's a win-win situation to have. Here, I'm really gonna have to book it now. But here, I've got some. I've got 3 3x3s. Okay, these are not Johnson & Johnson. These are just gauze pads. But these are sterile, and they're they're great pads. You slap them on, tape them down, you're good to go. I've got 3 of those, and I've got 3 2x2s. And these are just laying empty up here on the top of my pack. Reason for that, if for some reason, I've got somebody that's got maybe a cut on their arm, I can take one of these 2x2s, kind of slap it on there, tape it down, and they're good. I don't have to spend 6 band-aids putting band-aid, 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 and I don't have to reach in here and undo my gauze, cut off my gauze. This is just real simple. It's real easy. It's fast to do. It's fast to use. So that's why they're laying empty on the top. Next thing, and I guess I'm going to have to make this, well, okay, I've got a little bit of time. Here, I've got an oval iPad. I'll just open this up. It's probably the part everybody's going to be interested in anyway, so we'll just got an oval iPad. I'll do this. Got an oval iPad here. Obviously you heard try. Pads. Yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. Oh my God, he's got pads. Blood stoppers. Serious blood stoppers. That's what they're made for, obviously. Again, here, we got 2 more kind of pads. Serious blood stoppage right here. Okay. Enough said about that. Also, in the box with them, I've got 1 more 3x3 and some more 2x2s. Now, you take one of these bad boys, pop it on an arm. Heaven forbid you cut yourself that bad. Take one of these suckers, pop it on top of it, like that. Wrap that sucker around and tape it down. You've got a serious blood stopper. You've got the gauze protecting the wound from anything else inside of here. But that is a serious blood stopper. Alright? I cannot believe I got all of that into one video. And obviously I did not hit on as much as I would have liked to have hit on, as much detail as I would have liked to have hit on. But guys, that's me booking it. That's me, hitting the bare bones, basic stuff. If you have any questions at all, I'll do my best to answer you. Again, I'm not the end-all expert. I just know that, blood is bad, and if I can stop it from bleeding, hey, that's great. Obviously, there's, a lot more to it than that. But that's about the extent of my first aid knowledge. Like I said, blood's bad. Let's get the bleeding stopped, and then we can assess where to go from there. But like I said, this is a good place to start. You get one of these kits. And go from there. It's bright. It's yellow. Man, pull the packaging off the back. I don't care. Take a big Sharpie and write first freaking aid on it if you have to. Whatever it is you got to do to make sure people know this is the first aid kit. My house is centrally located. Everybody knows where it is. Heck, it's even got the grab handle, and it's even got screw holes in it. You can screw this sucker to the wall. Boom, grab it. There you go. So, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions at all, like I said, I'll do my best to help. If I don't know the answer, I will try to find the answer for you. So, appreciate you watching, and until next time, take care, and we'll see y'all soon.